Okay, here's a quick look at the market through the eyes of E-mini Day Trader for Tuesday, July the 13th, 2010. Of course, we always like to use these market profiles in our analysis, and so here's today's profile and its corresponding volume profile. And we had mentioned that the next target up was the 92 area, and the market had a good test of that. Overnight it stayed below. It only reached 88 and change here overnight. But early in the day session or regular trading hours, it did reach up to 92. Eventually did move above 92, above 95, and then had somewhat of a weak close. So we want to continue to watch that 92 area to see if the market can hold above it. If it can, the next area up is around 98, where we would anticipate some resistance to come in. It's quite a large area of resistance from that starts at 88 and moves higher. So on our trades today, by the way, we also like to use these market profiles from the regular trading hours only. You can see here we've got a bit of a gap where the market came through here, opened higher and continued higher. So the up auction continues that we've been monitoring here for several days within that context. Here is our software on our for identifying our trades, and you can see these arrows here identify short and long trades. Several arrows here today, as you can see, and a couple of really late ones here. So we also, of course, have the filter, and we always like to take short trades in red filters like this, and we like to take long trades in green filters. The neutral filter, which you see down here, is indication of a sort of a neutral type intraday structure condition. So on the trades we had today, we actually had 6 trades trigger. That does not include the last 2 trades here. These were very late trades, so we just, too late to trade. We really don't like to take a trade for about 15 minutes prior to the top of the hour. In other words, prior to the cash closing. We will only do that in rare situations where the market is in a very well-defined vertical up auction or vertical down auction, and it was not today. So our first trade today, as you can see right here, was this long trade, and it did give us a bit of a bounce, not too much, kind of went sideways, so ended up with a break even on that first trade of the day. The second trade though came in. You can see here's the dashed line showing the indication of the exact entry price, and we got filled on that right here. It hit right to our tick and filled us. There's enough volume at that price to fill us short, and it dropped nicely 3 points in our favor. So easily reaching our first 2 objectives, and no worse than a break even on the final 1/4 of our position on that trade. Our third trade was this up arrow over here. The market came down and touched onto it, more or less went sideways before it had this up move. So it just took a little bit too long. We ended up with a break even on that trade because of that. Our fourth trade here was another very similar to this second trade over here. Very, very similar kind of scenario where we were also in the red environment, and once again the market hit right to our price exactly, actually filling us the second time up here, and then dropping off nicely some 3 points on that one. I'm sorry, this was 3 points. This market over here it only moved a point and a half. Yeah, it was the fourth trade, not the second trade, that moved 3. So that trade worked out nicely as well. These last 2 trades, we did not take these trades. And remember I had mentioned that the 92 area was a known support / resistance area. And that led us to believe that these short trades in here would probably be pretty good. Another reason why this long trade was somewhat precarious, although this long trade certainly had enough room to move up to that barrier. Just put in blue here so you can see it a bit better. So we will not take, in an up auction, intraday up auction, we will not take a short trade just above a known support barrier. And so these 2 short trades here, for that reason, they were going to be entered short right here, just above a known barrier. And when the intraday auction is up, so that's kind of like our number one criteria is the intraday. I just put ED. 2 is our intraday, and that one obviously had been had a capping area up in around in here in the 92, and so that made it okay as long as we stayed below it. So this was up, and most of the day our intraday was down, number 2 here. So if that was down, that's why these short trades were good. That's why this long trade here just below it was precarious. That's why this trade here wasn't such a bad idea. When we came along into this one is why we did not take these trades, because we were shorting with an intraday up, and by this time the intraday had also switched over to up as it held price above the known barrier. So sometimes when we have these trades we don't take them, and that's why these two trades up here were not taken. And these two over here, of course, very late in the day, and we don't like to trade. It's just too much of a gamble at that time of the day. So, any questions or comments? Another profitable day, so that's nice to see. Any questions or comments, you can reach us at info@eminidaytrader.com. Always enjoy hearing your questions and comments, so send them on over. And that'll be it for today. Thanks for taking the time to view the video, and we'll see you again tomorrow.